Hello, hello. I'm Debbie Danford from craftiercreations.blogspot.com. Today I'm coming to you with just a quick video on a cute card that I just showed with my team at our team meeting for our make and take for this month. And it's called a slant card. And I got the idea from Kari at designchainfun.com. And I've had this pinned on my computer for a while. I kept wanting to do it, and I just kind of kept saying, oh, I'll do it next week, do it next week, do it next week. And I hadn't tried it. I did try it on a piece of scrap paper when I went to cut first. But once you do one, they are so simple to make. So here's one of the samples I showed today that I had made ahead of time before I did my team meeting. And this is from the, oh gosh, what is this paper? The Floral Delight Designer Series paper. And then this one is from New Paper, and it's called, let me grab it really quick. This is the Beautiful Gallery. I call it the old lady paper because it reminds me of my grandma. But this will be some new paper coming out when the new catalog comes out. And if you don't have a demonstrator or have not received a catalog, please contact me and I'll make sure you get a catalog. I would love to help you out, because you're going to see some great stuff coming out on May 5th in this new catalog. So this one is from that paper. Just to show you that one. I mean, the paper does all the work for us. I'm telling you. And it's just another way to use some designer series paper with a cute little fun fold. And then this one is from, oh, Debbie. I always forget what some of these papers are called. The Full of Life paper, and I admit I haven't used this as much as I wanted to, but I pulled it out today. But isn't that so pretty how that turned out? Now, this one, my slant isn't as much, which is fine. Like this one, you'll see a little bit more. And I didn't measure ahead of time, or I should have stamped my phrase first maybe, but it still fit. So that one still worked. And then this is from the Thoughtful Journey paper, I think is what that one's called. And this paper is actually carrying over. And then I used some of the little dragonflies to kind of just swoosh it up a little bit. And on the inside of each one, the piece I cut off of here is what I put on the inside, because I felt like it worked really well. And I kept the piece at a slant. You, of course, could straighten it out straight if you wanted to, but I did keep it like that. And you'll see as we make these. Okay, so what we're starting with, and here's our, I don't know why this piece is curling up, but our card base. So I'm going to pull in the Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper. We're going to make two, but I'm going to pull in this one first, and then we're going to use some of that floral paper there too. So your card base is 4 1/4 by 10. And then we scored it at 5 1/2. So this section here is smaller. I know it looks funny at first, but it is smaller. And then you have one layer that's 4 by 4 3/8. Now, if you're using directional paper, the 4 3/8 is across here, and this is the 4. On this layer, it doesn't matter because this is probably going to be a color of cardstock. On your designer series paper, this is 4 1/8 landscape across, 3 3/4 horizontal. So they would kind of layer up just like this if you were going to layer them. Okay. And then we have two inside pieces. I did a 4 by 5 1/4 with the same color I was layering here. And then our 3 3/4 by 5. So first what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and I'm going to stamp. I'm going to just do just a note again. And I'm going to stamp that first. And what I'm going to do, and the reason I want to do this first is so that when I did one of the cards in my team meeting, I put it all together and then stamped. And I always highly recommend you kind of stamp first, so just in case you make a mistake and you can flip it and use the back side. So there's that. I'm going to do just a note right there. Okay. And we're not doing a whole lot of stamping on these. So that's pretty much it. So then this is going to layer on here. So let's just go ahead and attach that right now. We'll get that out of our way. and then we'll do the fun stuff. Okay, so this is going to just layer on here. And I'm going to flip. I like to work in a flat surface when I'm doing mine. So we're going to go ahead and turn this over. Actually, we're not going to attach this yet because we're still going to have to attach that piece for the inside. So we're not going to do that yet. Back up a little bit. Okay, so now, how do we get this effect? So what you're going to do is, and unfortunately we're going to cut that little butterfly off, but that's okay. He'll be on the inside. You line all these up with the upper right corner, all 3 layers, upper right corner, and you'd get it all nice and flat. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. Now, there's no right or wrong as to where you line this up. I was going to about 1 inch or maybe a little over. It all depends. And then you turn it a little bit as to how much of an angle you want. So I'm going to go about like this. So it's a little over, it's actually about at 1.5 inches this time. And each one of these is going to be different. Not any one of them turned out exactly the same. Like if I was to lay this here into the, this is where this one would be. Pretty close to where I'm at now. But if I lined each one of those up, you'd be able to see that they're not all exactly the same. I just kind of eyeballing it and going for it. Now, you're going to have to go up and back or pull off the top layers and then cut again because you're cutting through 3 layers here. So it didn't quite cut through the last one, so you just want to make sure you don't move it. I'm holding all this stuff down right here. And then we've cut. Okay, so there's that one. Let's move this back out of the way. And now we can assemble. Like I said, this is so easy to put together. It really is. So now we're just going to layer these up. And layer these up just like that. So let's go ahead and do that. I kind of flip back and forth between the green glue, multi-purpose glue, whatever you refer to it as, and my Stampin' Seal Plus. I use a combination of both. And then this one goes right here, just like that. Okay, so there's our front. And then flip this over, and this is going to go here. But before we put that on here, I'm going to go ahead. Now, I'm going to flip this one, and I know only because I attached this already. Technically, it goes this direction. If I put it on this direction, well, I guess I could, no, that won't work because I already attached this. And I kind of want it to go like this. Let's see if I can make this work. Oh, actually, I can make it work. I'm going to pull this off really quick. Easy peasy to pull it off. Because what I want to do, I want to keep this pattern in the same direction. Sometimes it doesn't matter when you flip it. But I'll need to trim it off just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue here. And I'm going to, sorry if my head's in the camera, hopefully not. So normally I was doing Facebook Lives, but Facebook is, you've probably heard, changing their ways of keeping videos, and they're not keeping them past 30 days now when you do a Facebook Live. So right now I've been doing a video and then just posting it on YouTube and then sharing it on Facebook. I will probably start going live on YouTube, I think is kind of my goal, but I decided this week to just do a couple videos. And then I'm just trimming off that little bit. Oops. There we go. Okay. Now, if you wanted it to be straight on here, you could cut it and make it just a straight piece, but I kind of like the angle because I feel like it kind of goes with the front of the card. Okay, now we can attach this. to the inside. And I'm thinking, since we have some butterflies already on here, I think we might pull some more of those gold butterflies, or dragons, sorry. These are dragonflies. I think we might put a couple of these on here. Or, oh, wait. See, I just thought of something else. Bling-wise, that will work. I think I have some purple. I think these are gorgeous grape, but let me see what these look like on here. These might work even better. And I know we didn't use gorgeous grape, but that's okay. I'm going to do a couple like this. I'm just going to put a couple here. And I'm going to put one right there. And I'm going to put a couple more. Why not? And you can see I have a little bit more room on this one as far as room here. It's all about that angle and how you cut it. But again, no right or wrong. Got a bunch of extras in there from something. Okay, and these are just the Glossy Dots assortment. And as you can see, I've used some of the colors. Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, and Pool Party were all in here, but I've used quite a few of them. Okay, so there's our first one. What do you think? I like it. I'm telling you, this is like the simplest card to make. Okay, so now let's do one more. So again, let's see. Do we want to do birthday wishes, or do I want to do... you know what? I'm going to pull... No, we'll just do birthday wishes. I think. Decisions on words, I know. I could just do hello. Oh, that hello's a little small. Okay, we're just going to go with the birthday wishes, Debbie. Make a decision here. We'll do this one in Old Olive. And I'm just, again, stamping right-hand corner, but I'm coming down just a little bit, but I am close to the edge there. And there's our birthday wishes. Okay. All we're going to do for our stamping part. And then let's go ahead, and we're not even going to attach that yet. We're going to wait. Okay. So again, I'll go over the measurements. We've got 4 1/4 by 10, scored at 5 1/2. On the smaller section, we're going to take the 4 by 4 3/8 by 4 1/8 and 3 3/4. That's the Designer Series paper. And we're pushing all of these up to the upper right-hand corner. And we're going to line that up here with the upper right-hand corner. Okay. Let's get all this straight. There we go. Okay, I think we got it all straight now. Then we'll bring in our paper trimmer. And again, line it up wherever you want here, just to get that angle. I'm a little over the... I'm about 1 1/8 this time. I did a little less. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit more. I'm going to turn it a little bit more just to make sure my birthday wishes fits, but we'll find out. Okay. Up, back, hold it in place, and we got them all the first time. Okay. So now let's move this out of the way. And before I attach everything, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and attach this stuff together here, and then I'll show you just to make sure we don't have to stamp on the other side with a different phrase, or if I didn't leave enough room. Oh, that side was pretty too. Wasn't looking at that side. This paper is so pretty. And I admit, again, I bought it with intentions of doing like one sheet wonder or something with it, and I haven't had a chance to do stuff with it. But I did use it in a class yesterday, which was awesome. So I think it's very pretty paper, and it's very bright and cheery, which I like. Okay. Now this time I'm going to go ahead and burnish this right now, because I want to make sure before I attach all of these together, I do want to make sure. Yep. Again, very close, but it'll work. We're going to go with it. Okay. Now this time, because with this paper, I don't feel like it's going to matter as much if it's not going in the right direction. Nobody's really going to notice. I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to put the wider end at the bottom and the other end at the top. And that's kind of what I like to do, but sometimes it just doesn't work that way depending on the paper. Okay, so then let's put this on here. Slide this down just a little bit. Hopefully I didn't slide it down too far here, then I'm not out of the camera. Nope, we're good. Okay, so there's that. That will go on here. Now, if you're not on my mailing list and you would like to get on my mailing list so you know when I have classes, and I do both. I'm more of a hybrid, so I do in-person and virtual classes. I do virtual classes with my friend Tracy. She lives in Raleigh. We do an East meets West class, which I was going to pull out a piece of designer series paper from that pack and do one too, and then I forgot all about it. And I was getting ready to start, and it was like, oh, well, I'll try to do one and then still share it with you. That we have an East meets West class coming up. But if you're on my mailing list, then you get all the info every time we post info about any classes. You'll have them all. Because like I said, I'm having a catalog kickoff party that's coming in on May 17th, and then May 31st is when Tracy and I are doing our next East meets West creativity kit, which is another great one to get in on. I think this time, see, when I did this one, I colored these with the Daffodil Delight, which I could do that again. I could pull out. Let me see, yeah, because I have a few of those left. Let me grab my Stampin' blends. So let me see if I have the right ones. I think we'll do the yellow again. So Daffodil Delight, that's Lemon Lolly, Lemon Lolly. Let's see here. Because we used these yesterday, so I haven't unpacked yet everything. I need to, but I've been had team meeting this morning, and then I decided to get my video done, and so it's been a busy morning, and I still need to unpack. Let's see. I'm using the light, which is really, really light, so I'm going to go ahead and switch to the dark. Yeah, that'll be better. And then we're going to do 2 small and 1 big one, I think. Nah, we'll do 5 like I did before. I do my decorating as far as like bling and things like that in odd numbers. It's just one of those pet peeve things I have. It's kind of like planting. You don't plant in even numbers, you plant in odd numbers, but I know everybody kind of does their own. What I noticed is these are very hard to get off. I don't know why they stick so well, but they do. And you kind of have to loosen them up, and then there we go. So let's put one there. I really like these bling too. I like the clear ones that we can color any color you want. That's the nice thing. The Stampin' blends, you can do that with. Oh, I'm not sure we're gonna want to put any on here. We'll just put a couple. It's always hard to decide. Oh, darn it. I should have put a piece of ribbon on there like I did on that one. Didn't even think about it. I could have. I don't know if I like those on there right there, but for right now, I'm going to leave it. And I could have put a piece of ribbon on that one too. But I like it how it looks. I think it turned out great. I might not keep these on there, but we'll see. But anyway, so there you go. Look how easy that is. And look how many I have put together here. Oh my gosh, so many already. And then, oh, here's our other one from today. The perennial paper. This one. I love this one. I love how that paper turned out right there. And the Thoughtful Journey paper. And some of these, like, you could stamp like our butterflies that we have. You could stamp one of those on here and just think how that would look on there. Same with here. You could have even stamped a little butterfly up here. This one, I wouldn't stamp anything on that one. I would leave it. I like that. Anyway, that's my project for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and contact me. And again, if you need a catalog, one of the new 2025 to 2026 catalogs that are coming out. If you don't have a demonstrator and you need one, please contact me and let me know, and I'll be more than happy to ship one to you. If you live local and want to come to my catalog kickoff party, let me know that, because you can get on my mailing list, and the registration has started for that also. So I have lots of things coming up with the new catalogs and using new products coming in May. So you don't want to miss out on all of that. Anyway, I hope you all have a great Thursday, and I will see you all again next week. Bye, guys.